Alright friends, welcome back to questions and answers. So this is general 30th week from 20th July to 26th July, and let us look at the first question. As per the national policy on skill development, India set a target of imparting skills to 500 million youth by 2022. By the year 2022, India wants to impart skills to 500 million people or 50 crore people. That means 50 crore youth are programmed to be trained by 2022 under the national policy on skill development. But the Prime Minister, while launching the Naipunya Bharat program last week, stated that 400 million youth are going to be trained, but as per the national policy on skill development, 500 million youth are to be trained, and National Skill Development Corporation or NSDC is the organization behind developing of skills in the country, and it's a mammoth target by 2022, right? Look into the next one. Name the country which submitted master plan for the core capital area of Andhra Pradesh capital Amaravati. All of you are well aware, when the state was bifurcated in the year 2014, the erstwhile capital of undivided Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad, has gone to Telangana, and now Andhra Pradesh is developing its new capital. It is on the banks of river Krishna, and this capital name is Amaravati, and total area of the capital city is around 374 square kilometers. The total area of capital city is pegged at 374 square kilometers, and the core capital is coming up adjacent to the banks of river Krishna. Please look into this picture, and this master plan is given by Singapore. Singapore government has gave this master plan for developing the capital city of Andhra Pradesh. Look into the next one. Name the Bollywood star who stated that he will endorse DD Kisan channel as brand ambassador at free of cost. There were news reports that he had an arrangement or agreement with advertising agency Lintas at a cost of around 6.31 crores for endorsing DD Kisan channel, but subsequently Amitabh Bachchan stated that he will endorse DD Kisan channel at free of cost, keeping the allegations at rest. That means he will now endorse DD Kisan channel at free of cost. Look into the next one. Nestle is the food manufacturer of Switzerland. Nestle is the Switzerland-based company established in the year 1905, and because of Maggi controversy, its Indian head of operations resigned. Look into the next one. Blast in Turkey's Suruç town resulted in death of at least 28 people. This is situated near the border with Syria. Please look into this picture. Turkey. Syria has got a long border with Turkey, and Turkey now decided to launch airstrikes against ISIS in Syria. Right? So this is the recent development after the ISIS attacked Suruç town in Turkey near border with Syria. Right, friends? So the answer here is Syria, right? A feasibility study on the proposed high-speed rail system between Mumbai and Ahmedabad was submitted by JICA of Japan recently. The project cost is pegged at, the answer here is 98,805 crores of rupees. The distance between Mumbai and Ahmedabad is around 500 kilometers, and once this bullet train comes into existence, the travelling time between Mumbai and Ahmedabad will be just 2 hours instead of present 7 hours. And feasibility study was done by JICA. What is JICA? JICA is Japan International Cooperation Agency, and it is the independent government organization of Japan. It looks into giving assistance to developing countries, and JICA gave a report on the bullet train project between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. Now our Prime Minister is behind this project, and probably in India this bullet train project may come up as the first project and the cost for this around 500 kilometers project is 98,805 crores of rupees, and subsequently some other corridors are also planned across the country. Please look into this picture, but the first corridor is going to be Mumbai and Ahmedabad. Yakub Memor's curative plea was dismissed by the Supreme Court recently. He is accused in serial bomb blasts of 1993 in Mumbai. In 1993, serial bomb blasts occurred, and in the bomb blasts, 257 people lost their lives, and now Yakub Memor was sentenced to death in that case, and Supreme Court rejected his curative plea, right? With regard to the curative plea and other things we discuss in lecture part. Name the city where BRTS corridor is proposed to be dismantled 7 years after its opening. This is the wrong planning, and BRTS corridors came up. What is BRTS? BRTS is Bus Rapid Transit System. BRTS is Bus Rapid Transit System, and in those dedicated lines, except buses, no other vehicle will ply. Except those buses carrying passengers, no other vehicle will move. That means there will be dedicated bus lines, just like railway lines. They will be dedicated bus lines. This BRTS system was started in several cities across the country as part of Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission, but in several cities it failed. The example is Delhi, and in several cities it came up like Ahmedabad, Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada. This BRTS corridors came up, but at several places it is somewhat a failure in the country, and recently Delhi government took a decision to dismantle this BRTS corridor from Ambedkar Nagar to Mulchand, around 5.8 kilometers length, and this BRTS experiment is a successful experiment in Bogota city in Colombia. Colombia's capital city is Bogota, and this BRTS is a successful experiment. Please look into this picture. This is the successful experiment in Bogota, Colombia, but in India it failed, and recently Delhi government took a decision to dismantle BRTS lines between Ambedkar Nagar and Mulchand, 5.8 kilometers length. Look into the next one. Telecom companies have to submit action taken reports on call drops to Department of Telecommunications by 31st July. The answer here is 31st July. What is call drop? You are talking over mobile phone. Suddenly it gets disconnected. That is call drop. And this is the serious problem with the telecom operators nowadays, and they have to do frequency optimization to avoid this, and as it is a serious problem, Department of Telecommunications asked various telecom companies to submit the action taken report on call drops. LEED certification is given for green buildings. LEED certification is given for green buildings which focus on sustainable development. That means the buildings which take care of energy efficiency, energy conservation, which take care of renewable energy like solar energy, and these type of buildings will be given LEED certification. Especially these are commercial buildings, and LEED certification is given for these buildings. LEED means leadership in energy and environmental design. LEED means this is the certification given for environmental friendly buildings, and this LEED was developed by United States Green Building Council. Please don't forget. Look into the next one. AYUSH Ministry was established for the first time in 2014, and in AYUSH, Y stands for this AYUSH Ministry was constituted for the first time in the year 2014 after the present government came to power, and the main focus is to have alternate medicines available. Natural remedies for various diseases are available, and to focus on them, this AYUSH Ministry was established. And please look into the picture. He is Sripad Nayak. He is Minister of State with independent charge in AYUSH Ministry, and AYUSH means Ayurveda, Yoga and naturopathy, Unani, Siddha and homeopathy. And here the answer is yoga and naturopathy because Y stands for yoga and naturopathy. Monsanto expanded its R&D facility near Bangalore, and Monsanto belongs to United States of America, and this is the company focusing on seeds, herbicides, pesticides, and this is the multinational conglomerate of United States of America. It is expanding its operations in our country. So Monsanto is the company based in United States of America. eShakti is the initiative launched by NABARD to digitalize the self-help groups. We have so many self-help groups in this country. Bank linkage is given to self-help groups, that is coordinated by NABARD. And recently, eShakti program was launched to look into various activities of self-help groups. To increase the digitalization of the activities of self-help groups, eShakti program was launched by NABARD recently. Answer here is NABARD. The oldest Koran fragments, around 1370-year-old, were found recently in Birmingham University. Birmingham University is in United Kingdom, and oldest Koran fragments, around 1370-year-old, they belongs to 645 AD. They belongs to 645 AD. And I would like to tell you 2 points in this regard. The oldest Koran fragments which were found belong to 645 AD. And what is Koran? What are the verses in Koran? Koran is the holy scripture for Muslims, right? The verses of Koran are said to be revealed by God to Prophet Muhammad in between 609 AD to 632 AD. Prophet Muhammad died in the year 632 AD, and this Quran scriptures, these fragments which were found recently in Birmingham University belongs to 645 AD. That means the contemporaries of Prophet Muhammad might have written these verses. Second point is, these are written on parchment. Parchment, you may ask, what is parchment? Parchment is the skin of a goat or sheep. These were written on skin of goat or sheep. And how people come to know that these are 1370-year-old. Recently these fragments were found, but how people will confirm these are older by 1370 years? The methodology used for finding the age is radiocarbon dating. Through radiocarbon dating, you can find the age of organic material. You can find the age of organic material through radiocarbon dating, and radiocarbon dating was found by William Libby, who got Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1960. So through radiocarbon dating, it was found that these are 1370-year-old. Right friends, look into the next one. Designation to celestial bodies like stars, planets, asteroids. Please look into this picture. These designations are given by International Astronomical Union, and International Astronomical Union is the professional body of scholars, and it is headquartered in Paris, established in the year 1919. Look into the next one. Name the country which passed anti-terror law in view of the killings at a tourism resort in Sousse. You should not forget these killings in tourism resort in Sousse. And please don't forget, Tunisia is the North African country abutting Mediterranean Sea. Beautiful tourism resorts are there. And at the same time, please don't forget, attack on National Museum recently also killed several people. In view of these two incidents, recently Tunisia government passed anti-terror law. Right friends, look into the next one. Malabar River Festival was held in Kozhikode, near Kozhikode it was held. What is this river festival? People will compete with the kayaks. This is called kayaking. Please look into this picture. And the person who wins will be given the title of Rapid Raja of Malabar. The winner will get Rapid Raja of Malabar. This is the competition recently held in Kozhikode district of Kerala. Look into the next one. Former Bihar and Kerala governor and RPI leader R.S. Gawai died recently. He belongs to Maharashtra and his son is now heading the Gawai faction of Republican Party of India in Maharashtra. Name the country which decided to allow foreign ownership of islands. People can purchase land in the islands of Maldives. Where is Maldives? Please look into this picture. Maldives is in Indian Ocean. And recently, the government decided that foreign ownership of islands will be allowed. Only condition is they have to reclaim 70% of land. They have to reclaim 70% of land and they can get ownership of this land. And India expressed its concern because of the reason China may employ their military bases here, but Maldives government rejected these allegations and Maldives government stated that it is not to allow military establishments by any country. July 26 was observed as the 16th Kargil Vijay Divas. Kargil War Memorial is at Dras. Dras is in Kargil district of Jammu and Kashmir. In the year 1999, when Pakistan army entrenched into our territory, then Kargil war was held and subsequent to Kargil war, India regained its territory and Pakistani forces were sent back and this war was held in the year 1999 and its memorial is available at Dras. Please look into this picture. Dras is close to the line of control and please look into this memorial. This memorial was constructed at Dras to commemorate the defense forces who lost their lives in the Kargil war of 99. Look into the next one. Onion prices shot up by 70% in a month in Lasalgaon market, Asia's biggest onion market. It is in Maharashtra. Lasalgaon is in Maharashtra, around 60 kilometers from Nashik. It is in Nashik district of Maharashtra and the onion market here is the Asia's biggest onion market. Look into the next one. Name the country where serious protests arose due to the fall in agricultural prices. Several protests arose in France recently due to the fall in agricultural prices. Look into the next question. Considered to be the homecoming trip. Name the country United States of America President Obama visited recently. Obama recently visited Kenya and Ethiopia. Kenya is the birthplace of Obama's father. Kenya is the birthplace of Obama's father and recently President of United States of America visited Kenya and Ethiopia. These two countries, please look into this picture, they are situated towards East Africa, right? And when Obama visited Kenya, he talked about corruption and at the same time, he also raised an issue about gay rights. Name the country which is planning to amend its one-child policy. The country is China, worried about the grey population. China is worried about the greying population and in the year 1980 probably, China introduced one-child norm. China introduced one-child norm in the year 1980 and in the year 2013 it was liberalized to some extent. Now it is thinking to amend its one-child policy because of the fear that by the year 2050 440 million population in China will be 60 plus years age group. That means in China by the year 2050 44 crore people will be 60 plus age group. That is the most worrying factor for China, aging of population or greying of population. That's why it is planning to have rethink on its one-child policy. Look into the next question. Name the country where due to human trafficking complicity 72 persons including a senior army officer were indicted. All of you are well aware this is in Thailand. There was mass migration from Myanmar as well as Bangladesh to Thailand Rohingyas migrated through boats, and Thailand government recently indicted 72 persons, including a senior army officer, because of the alleged complicity. That means they facilitated migration. That is the charge against these 72 persons. Because of complicity, several people migrated to Thailand illegally, and in this connection 72 persons including a senior army officer were indicted. The country we are talking about is Thailand. Look into the next question. SARC satellite will cost 235 crores of rupees. In SARC it was decided India will launch a satellite exclusively for the use of SARC countries. You may ask how many countries are there in SARC? At present there are 8 countries in SARC, and India will launch a SARC satellite, and the cost will be borne entirely by India, and the cost will be 235 crores of rupees. Answer here is 235 crores. Look into the next one. Name the country which allowed its air base to be used by the United States of America to undertake airstrikes against ISIS in Syria. So far, Turkey was neutral. It has not participated in the airstrikes against ISIS. And recently, after the attack by ISIS on Suruj, it decided to take part in the airstrikes. Not only that, it allowed United States of America to use its air base situated at Incirlik. Right friends, look into the next question. Along with Afghanistan, name the other country which qualified for next year's World 2020 to be played in India. Oman as well as Afghanistan, they got qualified to be played in World 2020 to be played in India next year, and total 16 teams will participate in this. In addition to 10 test playing teams, the 6 teams which got qualified for participation in next year's World 2020 are Scotland, Ireland, the Netherlands, Hong Kong, Oman and Afghanistan. Oman's rise is quite phenomenal, and the coach for Oman is Sri Lanka's Duleep Mendes. Please don't forget. Look into the next one. Hoshiar Singh, who died recently, unfortunately, due to a fall from a running train, is a national champion in fencing. He is the national player in fencing, and as he fell from train, and some reports say he was thrown out of train by railway officials, he lost his life, and Hoshiar Singh is national champion in fencing. And please look into this picture, and this is what fencing tournament is. Look into the last question of this week. Name the country which protested against the construction of oil and gas exploration platform in East China Sea. All of you are well aware there is a dispute with Japan as far as the territorial jurisdiction is concerned in East China Sea, and recently they started oil and gas exploration. China started oil and gas exploration in East China Sea, and Japan protested to it. Right? With this, let us conclude questions and answers general for 30th week. Please do join for banking questions this week. Have a nice day. Thank you.